wrapped up in my sleeping bag, looking out the window at Aaron's house as the sun is beginning to creep over the horizon. And the trees are silhouetted black against the emerging blue sky with the fading stars up in the sky. And I think to myself how much I hate Aaron because he's got it fucking made with this fantastic house of his, this nice little piece of property tucked away out in the backwoods of South Dakota. God, I fucking hate him. I hope he dies. I hope he dies of syphilis. You piece of shit.
So you guys want a good... Cappy, tell us a bedtime story. The East Coast is about bedtime. A friend of mine sent me a YouTube video. The tech vibes are over. It's the Lotus Eaters. I'm like, oh, okay. So I've been listening to him like, I think 60% through it. I don't know how old it is, but they said, oh, there's a bunch of layoffs and they're making fun of the ASMR girl.
Okay, so I went over to Twitter and I got myself a biscotti. And oh, there's Jaden. He's like so funny. He's the clown of the office. He's totally gay. He's my BFF. Oh, look at I got a little milk. I like milk.
You know those, and then they're all getting fired. Well, they're all getting fired now. They're saying Twitter when Elon Musk took over, he fired 80%. I don't have reason to call them liars, but I have no reason to doubt them either. 80%. Twitter's still working just as fine. Man, the hundreds of billions, maybe $1 trillion in venture capital financing went to just pay for a bunch of truly worthless people's jobs.
To get my little self a scone. And then I went to the workout, and then there's a hammock. I like to chill in the hammock, but I can't sleep in it.
Those people. But then they said Google, among some layoffs, also shut down the childcare center. I'm like, wait a minute. Hold on. I'm confused. These were the companies that offered to pay women to freeze their eggs, which I don't know if you girls can identify a deal with the devil, but you can't. Let's look this up. Come on, you used to type. Single women are paid $1,000 to freeze eggs. I should probably type in employers. What employers offer egg freezing benefits? Walmart, they offered it. Pretty sure it was YouTube or Google. Okay, here we go. Apple, Facebook, Google, Intel, LinkedIn, Spotify, Microsoft, Starbucks, Vanguard, Walmart. I mean, if you girls want to, I'm just thinking if it came to that, wouldn't you? Wouldn't you say there's something? Hey, hold on a second. Wait a minute. Something ain't right. I was like, wait a minute. You at Google, YouTube, they pay to have egg freezing. Like, how are you going to commit to women or not? And so here, it's true. San Francisco Gate. This is a month and a half old. Google lays off hundreds of Bay Area workers, shut down Mountain View Child Care Center. Well, how are parents now? Far be it from me to say maybe they shouldn't be workers. Maybe one of them should be a parent. If you're bringing your kid to work and dropping it off at the work daycare facility, call me crazy, call me old fashioned, but shouldn't one of the parents be taking care of the kids? Isn't that kind of like a bad sign? Oh, I don't know what I'm talking about. I hate women. I hate children. I hate the schools. I just question. Yes, you, sir, in the back. Wouldn't that be an indication you can't afford kids? Because kids take time, not merely money. You, shut up, sir. How dare you be a misogynist over there? How dare you indicate that children need time with their parents? You, shut up. Kids just need money and leftist, Marxist, female feminist school teachers. And then maybe we'll let some men in, but certainly no conservatives or Republicans. They need the state and the corporations to raise them, sir. not their parents. What a fool are you? Google laid off hundreds of workers from multiple corporate divisions Wednesday night. The company's, which isn't much. I know people are making a lot about the layoffs. It's not that much for Google. A couple hundred, that's not a lot. Some of them are like when you say they laid off 20%, okay, that's a lot. The company's also letting go of a few dozen Bay Area teachers. The tech giant is shutting a child care facility not far from its headquarters in Mountain View, laying off its 73 employees, according to a WARN notice filed with the city on December 8th and obtained by San Francisco Gate on Thursday. WARN notices are required in the event of mass layoffs. Google filed 3 more Wednesday, in which the company announced 364 other layoffs in Mountain View and the 266 at Sunnyvale offices. On Thursday, though, the company issued an updated filing that clarified that 161 employees were being laid off in Sunnyvale and 105 were being laid off in San Francisco. The layoffs are expected to be permanent, the notice has said, and the school is slated to close. The school. So is this a private school where the kids are getting educated? That might be different. Is it childcare or is it school? Did you euphemistically call the employees teachers? Is this a substitute for school? Is this a private school? See, I have to do the job of a journalist now to look this up. A good journalist would look it up, say, it's a school. And by the way, reader, it's not daycare as indicated in the title. It's a school. Now I have more work to do. The school is slated to close in August. Losing the daycare facility would be a blow. So you are admitting, okay, so look what happened with the journalists here. They do admit school is daycare. See a little, I got pissed off because the journalist didn't do the job. The journalist did pull back the curtain for the rest of you now to see that for the most part, daycare and school is daycare, daycare is school. Enoch is Filbert, or somebody is Floyd. What was the thing? Floyd is Enoch, Enoch is Floyd. What the hell was that saying? Losing the daycare facility would be a blow for the company's working parents and for its recruiting efforts. I don't know. Maybe parents should just raise their kids. Please, Generation Alpha, listen to me. Raise your children if you have them, okay? Somebody works, somebody stays home. Raise your kids. Did you like not being raised by your parents because they just dropped you off at school and daycare? How'd it turn out for you? Oh, and for its recruiting efforts, Google also pared back other perks such like tech replacements and office food offerings last year. Oh, we're not going to have biscotti anymore? What about the hammocks? Did you keep the hammocks? Company spokesperson Courtenay, not Courtney, Courtenay Mancini told San Francisco Gate that Google will help parents find alternative childcare and that the school had 300 enrollment spots. Corporate layoffs began March 10th. Teams. Now I gotta look this up. Offer daycare or school to kids. 4 Google Children's Centers. Boy, that's our way. Google Children's Centers have been operated in the San Francisco Bay Area. These Google-run daycare centers will be closing next year. So they're closing 4 of them for expanded parental ban. I just want to know, are they daycare centers or are they schools? What are they? A school, you would teach these kids something like maybe how to be programmers. If the kids are like, if this was a private school ran by Google teachers, unlike the public ones where the kid, they just sleep with their students. Just not kidding, because it happens. Oh, teachers are not saints. But if it was like a private school and the kids had to go to school anyway, all right, that might make sense. I could see that. At the moment, 300 parents in the Bay Area use this particular benefit, which was introduced in 2008 when Google had 20,000 employees. Annual entries determined by a lottery system. Those selected to pay a tuition. Wait, Jesus, they gotta pay. They gotta pay a tuition. With only some subsidy from the company this school year, which ends always be the last of the Google facilities. Find new daycare centers. So I'm imagining if they got to find new daycare centers, that means these kids just don't go off to school. Because if you need daycare, that's daycare. So you're 4 or under. 182,000 employees at Google. Yeah, so a couple hundred is not a big deal. The company is also increasing global fertility benefits starting next year. We'll pay you to have kids, but we won't give you. You gotta go find childcare facilities. They're gonna squeeze every second of your youth out of you girls. You girls are going to be working for Google until you're old, and your children are teenagers, and they want nothing to do with you. God bless. This is wonderful, wonderful. Company is also increasing global fertility benefits starting next year. This joins how Google offers 24 weeks of paid maternity leave, 18 weeks of baby bonding, and 8 weeks of carers leave. 18 weeks divided by 4, that's 4.5 weeks. That's a month? No, that's not. That's 4.5 months. So you get a year with your infant, basically. Well, that's better than nothing, I guess. Back to work. Am I the only one that thinks this is horrible, that no one raises their kids anymore? And don't give me this, we need 2 incomes. No, you women have to stop voting Democrat so that we pay a third of our income, look it up, to the welfare state to raise other people's children and bail other people out of the mistake. Okay? And plus, if you didn't go to school for stupid degrees and have stupid student loan debts, and you didn't have SUVs and I've looked at budgets of American family. You could afford to live on one income. You choose not to because you love stuff more than your children. Period. And see. Just don't give me this. Don't give me this. Just say you want to. All I wish, don't bring a kid into the world then, man. Why would you? The irony, I'm the good guy here going to bat for the kids. Oh, there's a sad story. It's a very sad story. Let's go to the super chats. We got one. Vernon Waldrop, 5 generous dollars. Big tech was to the 90s teens like the colonists were to the Iroquois. We had no idea what was about to happen. Big tech was to the 90s teens. That's an interesting analogy. Yeah, I can see the parallel. When did Google come on the scene? They weren't till the 2000s, right? We had Mosaic and other. All right. I got nothing. I don't know. There's nothing. The dad you never had. Okay. For those of you whose parents didn't raise you because they were too busy working, go take my course, The Dad You Never Had. It's on Teachable. Sadly, this course will do a better job raising you than your parents did. We'll see you guys later. Doodles.